So we're in California right now. We are hiking to a mine that's up in the hills. We're in Simi Valley. I grew up in here. Never even knew this mine existed up in this hill. Obviously, horrible weather. So, supposed to stop, but we'll see what happens. So we're gonna keep going. So this mine was early 1910s, 1920s. What's really cool about this, it's an open pit, but it has a 1920s steam engine bucket shovel tractor still up in the hill. It was actually a little Caterpillar tractor there. It was like one of three, and a couple years ago they ended up taking it apart and helicoptering out, and is actually still running. So we're gonna head that way. Need some more information as we go. We got Hunter right here. My friend Andrew was with us too. And it's a total of 3-mile hike. Pretty at the top of that mountain right there. So we'll get back to you as we get closer. See you then. Well, we're hitting flooding. It's been raining non-stop since, geez, it came out yesterday, which was Thursday. Heavy rain all the way from Vegas to here. It's been non-stop ever since. But it's supposed to stop. So we'll see what happens. Keep going. A cool rock, yeah. So, always a really cool country. This is a neat area. Pretty cool place to grow up. I moved out about 17 years ago. Give you a little panoramic view. Oop. Got a raindrop on there. All right, we're gonna keep going. All right, we're getting a little closer. Way up on the hill, you can see the crisscross the trail. There used to be the mining road, and then it got washed out. That's why all the equipment got left up there. They never rebuilt the roads, left it as is, and all the equipment up there. So, pretty neat. So I lived here for my entire life in this town, and never knew this mining even existed. So, thank you, internet. All right. All right, so here's the start of the trail. I said supposedly this was the mining road years and years, well, I was in the 20s. So, not much of a road left. I'm gonna wait a second. A friend fixing this shoe. Give you guys a little bit of history on this mine. I miss all the big trees we used to have in here. So, operation was actually 29 to 1935. So that's when it stopped in 35, is when rain came in, took part of the road out, left everything up there. So this is actually it's called, well, I don't see it, Coquina Mine. So this is all in California. So we're gonna start going on, keep going through here. Cool formations. I'll keep giving you some more information as we go. You can see where it's getting pretty tight. So, fun little hike in the rain. Pretty neat. right, so they're actually mining sodium bicarbonate. So the entire strip cut up here is just covered in seashells like this. So we found this right below the mining area. So we're pretty close. This road's just steep and just steady. So keep moving on. Look at that. All right, so we're at some machinery here. A bunch of remnants in the ground. They're like little buckets almost. Half buckets. Just went down the hill. You see right here. It has a roller or conveyor, maybe a conveyor system. So here's one of the little buckets I was talking about. So I'm not sure it was dragging material from one spot to another. It was attached somewhere. Anybody knows what this is? I'm trying to find a name on it. There's no machinery up above it I can see. But there is parts of the little buckets that I showed you all screwing down the hill. So that was a tramway of some sort. I'm sure they basically took it from the top of the hill, dumped it down, and just shuffled it all the way down to the main road down there, which makes the most sense, straight down the hill. So you can see now it's nice and smooth down there. Hunters is finding seashells galore. Let's look at that. It's pretty awesome. Interesting. So right here is some cable. Some rope, actually, I'm sorry, not cable. There was a cut down below. Some kind of cut. See some piece of wood right down the hill on that cut, or oh yeah, a little box down there, huh? A big pipe right here. Look at that pipe to your right. Oh yeah, look at grizzly bars. So oh yeah, axle down there. All right, so we will hit that on the way back. That's a horseshoe grizzly bar.
Oh yeah, a bunch of stuff
right there. So when we come back down the hill, we'll stop at that area and take a look and film down there. Awesome. All right, so we're on to a little plateau. Have an old motor here, a crank motor. Check that out. Four-cylinder. CUE 728 EBU, 4.5 inch bore. Back up. Oh, there we go. Gareford Motor Company, or I'm sorry, the Carford Motor Truck Company. Let's see if I can see a date. Serial number still there. No, no date. A little closer so you can see. Oh, that still spins. Try to crank it over, Hunter. The big crank.
What?
Right there. See the crank?
Yeah.
That's how you start the motor back in the old days. Look at that. Yeah, you're turning the wrong way though. You gotta push it in too, I think. Nah. Check all this random transmission right here on the ground. Look at that old drill bar or whatnot bent out. What's this? Almost a leaf spring with a belt on it. Box spring, some sorts. Maybe part of another tractor. Sit on, bench seat. I don't know. Stuff over there, Hunter.
Yeah.
Some more wire or rope right there.
Locked up.
Not turning that sucker over anytime soon. Oh yeah. Bunch of random parts. Not to find anything cool? Nope. Some old part of a building tin. So down there's Simi Valley. So pretty good little hike. It was a lot of fun down here. I don't see anything super interesting down there. Barrel or fuel drum right there. But we gotta get to that tractor. That thing looks super cool.
Some glass.
Some old glass. All right. Well, let's keep heading up the road. See what we find. Look how cool is that? So here's a good look at the tractor. So this is built by the P&H company, model 206. Small power shovels would have considered. There's the bucket over here. So Hunter's driving. Obviously, so all the coloring, somebody came up here and spray painted it years ago to, I don't know, try to make it look better and kind of ruined it, I think. But how cool is this? So they were mining sodium bicarbonate here. It was almost 98% pure form of it. So that's what they did for all the years up here. Look how cool it is. We're gonna get some more. I'll put some photos as well. Try to get a lot of detail of this thing. Try to get a little higher, do some drone footage. But this is the rock face that they were mining. You can see all in here seashells. Right here. Let's get some. All right. What a cool piece of machinery. And I kept saying steam, but it's not. It's gas powered. Hunter, get in that bucket so we get an idea how big it is. Still opens. Careful. So we can get about 5 Hunter loads out of that, huh? How cool is that? Alright, you can walk around. Motor up there in the back. We'll get up there in a second. Good view. Gear drive. So then a couple right there. Imagine driving this all the way up that hill. I know the road was better, but still. Oh. How cool to see this in operation. All right, let me climb up on the other side and get some more views of the control panel and the motor. So here we are up in the tractor. Here's the driver's seat, all the levers, operating the boom and the bucket. See the big cable. And you actually see where the bucket would move, or the actual shovel part would move up and down up the rail. See, it's on a track system. Freaking really cool. Try to get some photos of the motor and gear work itself in here. So we found those, we thought were kind of brake drums on the other thing. Probably not for the same one, but you get the idea. You see the cloth in there, which slow the drum down as it's spinning. Operating brake. There's all the gears back there. Down. Some of the levers still move. A lot of them are still frozen in place. Foot controls, foot pedals. Around. Hunter, come around you, buddy. 4-cylinder motor. Yep. Side of it. Pump. Exhaust cap. Does it bounce up and down? Not exhaust, but maybe oil fill.
That's probably oil fill.
Yeah, exhaust right here. I know. Sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about. So excited about this find. Actually making up here. There's a view looking up. Pretty awesome. All right. So underneath, so this thing's actually spun around backwards. A little bit of writing in there. Actually, looks like it's coming out better on film. I can actually read it. You can see where this is a bumper that's been smashed in pretty good. All the gears underneath. Up tracks. Oh, really neat. All right, so we're right back at the Grizzly Bar loading area. Sure, went down to that loading station down below us. Here's a old car axle that was repurposed. Pretty cool. Not sure what kind of axle it is. Riveted box. Pull up the hill. Fall down. Cool. Down here's another one of those big wheels. Buried. See it. Right in there. I'm sure there's a ton more machinery down the hill here. So every year the fires rate through here pretty well. So I'm sure there's a lot of cool stuff that comes uncovered. 55-gallon drum. Old machinery base. Probably held those winches and motors. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I'm assuming it's a crusher.
Yeah, looks like it.
So, came down, fit in, Grizzly Bar, took the bigger stuff out. Sifted, came in through, belt driven. Trying to see where with a big wheel. And then it came down right here.
Oh.
Probably crushed up right here and shoveled out. That was cool. Interesting little operation. See, patented August 13th, 1895. 1897, 1897, 1897. That's the oldest date. Pretty cool. Trying to find what manufacturers make. Oh, it's more patented. Geisco? Geisus? Let's see. Looks like Reissue. R-E-I-S-S-U-E. Very cool. That's awesome. Old buckets. Just another one of those little, those were down below us too.
Yeah.
The most counts on a tram system that was just scooping it out and shoveling it down to a different system.
Yeah.
Pretty cool operation. Well, that's the end of today's adventure. For all of you who celebrate the holidays, early happy Christmas Eve. Happy Christmas. We're celebrating our Christmas Eve tonight here in California. But once again, thanks for following us, and to the next adventure.